Welcome to my channel, True Crime Paranormal Dream Investigations. So basically, I have dreams and they're very vivid. So recently, maybe since the past year, I've been having dreams of future events that usually happen. It started February 12th, 2019. And from February 12th till about February 19th, it was the most vivid dreams ever. But after researching, I realized it was during basically a full moon, one of like a big supermoon was February 19th, as well as the waxing crescent of a moon, which is like, I guess, a lot of energy. So during those times, a lot of people might have a lot of vivid dreams. So that's a whole nother story, a whole nother video. But for right now, I'm just doing a dream journal where every night, I basically wake up in the middle of the night sometimes, or in the morning, as soon as I remember, I will keep track of my dreams. So December 30th, the 31st, I had a dream. And I'm gonna just read from the dream journal. I kind of put little notes there, and you might not understand, but I'll go ahead and read the dream, and then say I connected the dots, did a little research, and then came up with the people who obviously might be the people in the dream. So it was in reference to Little Peep, H.H. Holmes, which is weird, and McKinnon. So there's a young man, and he's more on the thicker side of Spanish, more like white looking, but light-skinned black guy. He's white and black, has dark hair, almost black, and his hair is very, very dark. And he basically has, you know, not a big guy, but like in the middle of big and skinny, like bigger, like you would notice. So that night before I went to sleep, I was listening to Little Peep and McKinnon, the rapper. So I wasn't really, when I had the dream, I wasn't even thinking about him because I didn't know I was listening to him. Little Peep has a song with McKinnon, coming, I forgot the name of it. It's falling down. So I didn't know that he was even on one of the, I guess, remixes or another version of it. But I guess when I was sleeping, I don't know, maybe something went through. When I listen to songs at night, a lot of times the information does come through. So basically, he has to go to a witness protection program because he set up a ring of these child pedophile trafficking people, but he was still in love with one of the men leading the ring, and then Tom Cruise came in my story, and he was undercover as a cop, and he was trying to bust the ring, but was also part of the ring. So a lot of times people morph in dreams. So I might see Tom Cruise, but Tom Cruise might represent like a movie he might have been in that represented that, or like it was an officer. So when people have dreams like me, you can see one person, but they'll morph into like 5 different people that have to do with kind of the same overall story of what is going on. Basically, Tom's in the car with him, and he says, I was gonna sacrifice you, but get out of the car because you can be free now. The young man is upset because he said if he loves him, he would have apologized for having to sacrifice him and just bite his arm or short his arm, and like Superman that would have shown him love, he would have been like, okay, I'm just gonna shoot your arm, say that I sacrificed you, but we could have kept you, you know, hide you somewhere. So why would you even let me go? Like, don't you love me enough to keep me? You know, but you're just telling me to go. You could just like say you hurt me and still stay with me, or just hurt my arm and still show you love me. But the man was just like, you know what? You gotta go. You're free, don't come back because we're taking the ring down and I don't want you to get caught up. So the young man, instead of just being saved from the bust of the ring and living his life, he goes back to the man he thinks love him and save him, which is like the Tom Cruise character. But Tom Cruise doesn't love him like that. So he's like, oh man, now you came back, now I actually have to kill you because I'm part of the ring, like I'm part of whatever is going on. So, and also there's another group of men, or another man looking to kill this young man. So not only that, but when he was in the car, it wasn't like he was in love with him at that point. It was more like it was a father figure. So it morphed from being his lover to being a father figure. So this thicker guy. So he loved him, and then it wasn't the same dude, morphed into Tom, and then father figure. When he goes back to the place, it's an older man. He's in love with him. Man's about to kill him. So basically me, I'm like in the dream now, and I'm watching everything, and I'm like, oh my God, we gotta get you out, but it's too late because that young man is gonna die. It's over. Whoever that young man is, he's gonna die. And a lot of times in my dreams, it might not even be the man that I'm seeing. Sometimes the man is watching someone die or is experiencing the death. So I feel that energy from the person. So it might be like, maybe IloveMakkonen like little Peep, best friends or whatever was going on with them, and he died, and it was really, really sad for him, something like that. So now Tom Cruise is going to kill him. They have guns. As a young man starts to realize they're going to kill him, but it's too late. So in the car at the time, it's like he pushed him out of the car, but then he still got let go. So it's kind of weird. I don't know why he got pushed out of the car, McKinnon, but he did. He got pushed out of the car. Like, you're free to go, but push out of the car. So I'm in a building on a staircase, and there's 2 floors, and me and a couple other women have a tiger out. Not a tiger. Basically, we're trying to get, no, they don't have the tiger, but we're trying to get out of there. And it's like a building, 2-floor building, and we're stuck on top. And I'm like, oh my God, we have to get out because they're about to kill him, and they're gonna kill us for being here as witnesses. So I don't try to save the young man because it's too late for him, and I already warned him to go. It's like I jumped in Tom Cruise's body and said, get out, but it was never really Tom Cruise. It was whoever that police officer was. It wasn't him. I was trying to warn him through that body. So by the time he figures out the man didn't love him, it was too late. Maybe this was me and Tom. That's what I was just writing. Maybe it was Tom. I was in his body and telling him to get out. So, and then I was a ghost when I was in the stairs. So I would just tell the people, you know, where to go. So like with me, I could jump people's body and kind of like possess them in my dreams. And I could also be a ghost where I'm observing. I could also feel people's energy in my dreams. So it's like I'm right next to them. I feel like they see me too. We look at each other. I'd be like, hey Drake, what up Kanye? What up Post Malone? I'd have random dreams with, I'd be like, hey, oh my God, Beyonce. I'm watching her eating in like a mall. And I'm like, ooh, okay. Or Solange, we're doing a video shoot, she tired, she don't want to do it. Or Leo's playing basketball. It's just random people, or like it'll be my family members, or like, you know, some people who passed away. But it's like, I don't really know. The next morning I find out either someone dies and it looks like someone that looks like my family member, or it's just random murder, and I'm just on Facebook scrolling and I see the person in my dream and they got shot, or the name of the person is also the person in my dream. A lot of times I do videos and they have music and they have like pictures and like it connects the dots. A lot of times it's because I already had a dream about it and I connect the dots. Like, for example, Mariska Hargitay, she's on Law & Order SUV. She plays Olivia Benson on Law & Order. So I had a dream about her mother, Mary Jane, but I didn't know at the time that was her mother, but her mother showed me her house is pink. You know, I had to watch Caroline, so it was weird. But the house was pink. She was showing me her curtains, showing me the heart. Everything was beautiful and pretty. There was a heart bed. It was like a lot of things going on there. So the next day I did a TikTok about it. Got like 500,000 views. And it was just like back to back to back. I was blowing up. Then October 15th, they shadow banned me. But it was like that dream was about her. So after researching, it was her telling me all this information. Because I would have no idea that was even her mother, or even that was related to what I was writing. Anyways, back to this relevant story. That's another video. So I basically usually wake up and I Google the names in my dream. So a lot of times the names of other people come up. So like I put McKinnon in. And there was an article about a black man, I guess in Africa, and he was informing on a ring where they were like doing some company was like, I don't know, having like a ring of the illegal things they were doing, and he got pushed out of the car and he got killed, and it was gruesome. And that was in 2017. His first name was Gustav. So it was like Gustav McKinnon. On 2017, got pushed out of the car. So I'm like, okay, let me go look. Who else got killed him? So, of course, I look, I think little Peep's name is Gustav. And that's when he passed away. And then I Googled, and McKinnon is dating, I don't even know if they're dating, best friends, whatever's going on with them. Little Peep says, you know, he kissed boys, and he's like, yeah, whatever, he dates girls, kiss boys. Then McKinnon's like, you know, I'm gay, or whatever he's doing. So maybe that's my dream, why they like loved each other and stuff like that. H.H. Holmes, I don't know. Just a random person, but H.H. Holmes, I don't know, he did a lot of crazy stuff in the Inglewood area of Chicago with like a whole entire like taking bodies and selling body parts and human trafficking type of things, but with like body parts. So maybe that's where that comes in. A lot of times the entities that were here in the 1800s, the 1200 BC, are the same entities that are here being nasty, just reincarnated as new people. Or sometimes they're people that are gifted, that are possessed to do bad things, and they come back in like 2020, they're like, oh my God, finally, like I'm not getting possessed to do bad things. They're trying, but since we're awakening, they can't possess me to do their work for them. So a lot of people who do murders and crimes, you could look up a story that Lorraine Warren wrote, and I guess in her diary or a book about it, it's like this man was tried for murder, but she was saying he was possessed. And it came from like a little boy, went to him and he possessed. Anyways, the guy, I think he came out of jail, he got a short sentence. So the point is that when someone just acts randomly, just out of nowhere, evil, benevolent, just acting not themselves, or just like doing the most random things, like just overnight, it might not just be them. It might be other things. Now, if someone was always kind of on the other side of bad, and you probably like, all right, he was already abusing his wife and then she died, like for years. But like all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this man loved his wife, he loved his kids, and no one, like, everything was great. Now, like, oh, we don't know behind the closed doors. For the most part, you could tell like people complain and you just ignore it. But if out of nowhere they go and they kill everybody and do crazy stuff and then say Jesus Christ is watching, there's 144,000 people, and start saying random things from the Bible, they don't even read the Bible, it probably like is something else around them affecting them. So I'll include a slideshow either with this video or after. I'm in my robe. Basically, I'm gonna just do a robe thing because usually I do this at night when my kids are sleeping. So I'm in their room and I'm just like, let me do a video. So I'm gonna wear a robe so I don't have to even get dressed, and just talk to people and just let them know that these dreams sometimes are not random. Keep a dream journal so that way you can remember as much as you can. Google what's the names of your dreams and then the scenarios, and people usually remember what people's faces look like, and the faces will be the faces you see because alignment is happening, so synchronicities also happen. So what may seem random is not always random. Hope you enjoyed the video. That was my first video about my paranormal investigation, true crime. So basically paranormal dream investigation. I'm investigating my own dreams to see like, does it link to anybody's true crime? Is it relevant? Am I like, what kind of, like, where is my energy when I'm sleeping? And what am I seeing? So I hope you enjoy. I wanted to do a card reading real fast just to see like what would come up in the card reading. All right, I'm gonna do a quick reading for Lil Peep, okay? And then we're gonna do one for IloveMakkonen. I'll just pull the cards, and if you're a tarot reader, you'll kind of know what it means. And if not, I'll do a follow-up video of what they mean. So I usually just pull, I'm just gonna pull 3 cards on, I already shuffled. I'm gonna do 3 cards on Lil Peep first. So. Okay, now I'm gonna do 3 cards for IloveMakkonen. All right, so that's all I got for you. Have a good night. Hope you enjoyed.